10 years ago, January 18th, in 2016, the relics of St. Sharbel came to Arizona. And the relics are in a box that's the replica of the tomb of St. Sharbel. Well, on Saturday, there was a woman that came that knew nothing about St. Sharbel, never really heard of St. Sharbel. She was blind, and she was brought there by her sister-in-law, who heard of St. Sharbel performing a miracle in Mexico of a little boy that was blind. And so when she heard that, she said, let's go. So they came, and Daphne Gutierrez is the gal's name. She's 31 years old, blind, not from birth, but she had gone blind about 4 years prior to that. And she walked in with a white cane, completely blind, asked God, begged God, through this saint who she had no idea who he was. She went to confession. She received the Holy Eucharist. And Father Wissam took the holy oil and blessed her eyes with it. And he said to her daughter, your mommy's going to get better. She left, never thought anything of it. That night, she began developing severe pain in her eyes. Now, the condition that she had is a medical condition called pseudotumor cerebri. It's a fancy name for high blood pressure in the brain. And the pressure was so high over years that it obliterated her optic nerve, so she couldn't see. It's irreversible. Once that happens, it dies and it's dead and it doesn't recover. So she told her husband 4 a.m. that she started having some pain there, and he said, you know, it's impossible, you can't feel, you're dreaming, right? Make a long story short, she woke up, she continued having this pain, she went to her ophthalmologist. This would have been Monday. They did an exam, she couldn't count fingers, but she was able to see shadows. They did a mapping of her optic disc. That's important because it looked sick. They brought her back 48 hours later, and her vision was completely restored. She walked in without a cane and had 20/20 vision. She called the church and she said, a miracle happened in your church. Father said, come on down. What's beautiful about this story is that we have the mapping of that optic nerve before and after. And I'll never forget, Father called me along with a couple other doctors, and we began this investigation of this miracle. Can you tell that I'm on fire about it? The longer it goes, the more powerful it is because she still has perfect vision. So it's amazing what's possible with God. So anyway, she came, we did an investigation, and I really kind of took it upon myself to disprove it, honestly. Because, you know, as you know, I'm Lebanese. My mom, you know, we knew St. Sharbel from the time I was little, and I thought, there's no way. There's no way that I'm going to put my name on anything that's not true. So we really scrutinized this case. I took her to 3 other specialists, medical records, all of that. No explanation. In fact, I'll never forget sitting there in the ophthalmologist's office, and the partner of her doctor said, watch this. So she brought him, who was Jewish, to look at her before and after images, and he couldn't believe it. He said, there's no way that's that person. We're like, yeah, believe it, it is. So it's 10 years now, and Father Wissam has invited the relics back, and it's going to be a beautiful opportunity to come and to venerate these relics of St. Sharbel. He's a powerful miracle worker. We have testimony right here today. I mean, I keep referring to Marianne, but truly, God, there's nothing impossible with prayer and faith. And that's what this group is all about. This is our training ground. This is like our gymnasium to really, you know, get strengthened in our faith so that when we pray with faith, to know that God's going to hear us regardless of the outcome, that he's with us.